Welcome in the building. Smash the like button, y'all. I mean, it is on like Donkey Kong with this Nolan Wells case. Allegedly, not allegedly, but Traston them went on to not Traston. Warren them went on to Batum's podcast and was basically explaining why and crying, hollering, slinging snot. Hey, Miss Red, good morning. How are you? Welcome. I know this is a early live, but y'all, they went on Batum show, and they was trying to say that they were experiencing all kind of threats, this, that, and the third, but they're not trying to even console Nolan's parents. Like, it's all about them. Why is it all about them? I'm trying to figure out. Hey, Carol, how are you? Grand Rising. Miss Red and Carol, welcome in the building. Happy Tuesday, y'all. It's early in the mountain, y'all. But we're going to do a reaction to a psychotherapist. His name is, his name is Elliot Connie. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen him around. He went on Don Lemon and on some other shows. So, hey, Bronze, good morning. Early rising to you, too. So he went on the podcast. He went on Don Lemon. And then he's just basically giving his reaction to the Children of the Corn going on the Batum show. We're not going to say his name, the Batum show. And when they went on the Batum show, why does it seem like Warren is the spokesperson of the group? Why is Warren seem like he's a spokesperson of the group? He's the one that's always talking. He's doing most of the talking. Let me say that. He's doing most of the talking. And where is Dammit Bart at? Where is Charaston at? Where are they at, y'all? Can y'all tell me where are they at? But y'all, let's turn it around and get into it. This is like I said, Elliot Connie. He's a psychotherapist, and he's giving his reaction. So y'all, let's turn it around and let's get it. Let's get it.
Once again returned to Mississippi to pick the young men that were with Nolan Wells on the day he went missing and then ultimately was found deceased. There's a lot in this interview that I want to get into and break down, so
let me wipe the camera. Hold on, y'all.
What is your thoughts on that phone call?
Let me see. Hold on, y'all.
To SETO. Some people have gone out and done enhancements to the audio, and in doing that, created a transcript manually. It doesn't.
See, y'all, he's already saying that they created, like, they enhanced it, like it's this SETO video is a lie. This SETO video was retrieved off of their website, from what I understanding. How is this like a fake call? How is this a call that was altered? It was not. It was directly from their website. It was, from what I understand, they did like a FOIA request and got the video, and then they enhanced it. Even Nancy Grace, her specialist, whoever she was, engineer specialist, they even enhanced it and came out with the same response that Janetta came out with. Damn it, Bart, Nolan's dead, all kind of stuff that they were saying. Wake the F up, Nolan. But y'all, let's continue listening, because they are trying to really pass the buck on what really happened. Welcome in the building, y'all. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's continue.
Appeared that the transcript was derived from an automated system or have any, in my opinion, real integrity with it. So what do you guys think about that audio?
From this very first question, I start wondering, is ex-Officer Tatum being paid by the attorneys that represent these young men or the young men's families themselves? Because that is a question that is very loaded, and it's leading towards innocence. It lets the interviewees know that the interviewer has a bias, and thus it's more about getting out a narrative than of finding the truth. Now, I want to be clear. I do not know what these boys did or did not do, but when you release videos like this, you open yourselves up to a certain level of scrutiny that was not there before. And that question doesn't sound like you are interested in an unbiased answer. You ask the question in a biased way that makes the interviewees feel more comfortable.
Well, I can go ahead and say that as you posted, that clip of all of us on the boat, you know, as it's rolling, not rolling, but right there sitting in the water. Wyatt's on the phone with SETO in that clip. I mean, he's on the phone. Don't you, like, wouldn't you think that you would have seen on the bottom on the floor something? Or scrambling around, or everybody in a pot, like in a small...
Well, sir, we have not seen any footage on any of the boats. So we don't know if we can see Nolan on the bottom of the boat scraping and scrambling. We have not been provided no video footage. At least I haven't seen no video footage of you guys on the boat when this incident was occurring, because y'all hiding y'all cell phones, allegedly. We have not seen any video footage. The only thing we see is boats in the water, or, you know, where Warren was kind of going up. He looked like he was higher than Cuda Brown. So we haven't seen anything to confirm that, because y'all are hiding y'all's phones, allegedly. But y'all, let's continue.
Face on the boat looking out or something. I mean, it's just so crazy to think that, why would we call SETO if we have a dead body on the boat?
To be very clear, when you are professing your innocence and you are passionately talking about your alibis and talking about how you would never do this and strongly advocating for you did not do this, that is not in and of itself proof of innocence. We can think about many, many cases where people have advocated and said, like, they did not do anything. I think about Rafael Palmeiro, who was testifying in front of Congress during the steroid trials for baseball, holding up his finger and saying, I have never used steroids. Then it turns out he did test and negatively ruined his legacy. Also, Lance Armstrong, maybe the most passionate defender of his own truth, of his own innocence. Turns out he was actually cheating and lying the whole time. So these boys saying, like, don't you think that if we had done something, we wouldn't have done this? It just reeks of, like, not understanding that just because you were passionately trying to convince me of something does not mean that it's not true. And there's a lot more here we're going to get into, but I just want to make sure that you highlight, like, the investigation needs to pull out real evidence of what happened or what didn't happen. And someone saying they didn't do it is not evidence of innocence.
I mean, why would we call the Coast Guard? You know, why would we do the thing?
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, swole up. How are y'all doing, y'all? Hold on. Why would y'all call the Coast Guard? Well, y'all tell us why y'all will call the Coast Guard, because y'all were calling the SETO people saying that your boat was taken on water. Now, wouldn't it be like of the average normal person, if you have an accident, to call 911, call somebody for help? Why would you not call the Coast Guard? Y'all, I'm telling you, these boys is a piece of work, and I believe personally that they are hiding something. I believe it possibly could be a accident. Hey, good morning, Galatians. How are you? So I don't know, but Bronze, good morning, Bronze. Bronze said, I was disgusted by that interview. They didn't care at all. No, they didn't care at all. It was all about them. It was exactly pointing the finger. People are attacking them and all this other stuff, but they are deflecting the situation. And where is Damn It Bart? Where is Tristan with the dirty pants? Where are they at? Why is Warren always being the spokesperson for the group? I'm trying to figure out, but y'all, let's turn it around and let's continue. Smash the like button. Happy Tuesday, y'all.
Things we did, if we know we can, regardless of who it is going to believe what they want to hear. If they want to believe that my friends and I had something to do with Nolan dying, then they're going to believe that regardless of what you put out. But you put out, Brandon, that a clip of the boat when Wyatt was on the phone with SETO, and it is boldly clear that Nolan was not on the boat with us. You can literally almost see down to the deck. And
okay, if Nolan wasn't on the boat with you, where was Nolan at? Where was Nolan at? Because Katie said, I believe from what I can recollect, that she seen him, the last time she seen him was like when he was getting on the boat, when they were trying to tell him to hurry up and get on the boat. So if you guys are trying to push this off as Nolan, he wasn't there. To me, it's like they're just like trying to pass the buck. They're trying to pass the buck, and it's all about them. It's all about them getting harassed and all this other stuff. But y'all listen to the call. Listen to this podcast, because it really, really and truly is like all about them and them trying to pass blame on other people. If they didn't do it, who did? Who did this? It doesn't make sense. But y'all, let's continue.
As you can see in that picture, everybody is completely casual while Wyatt's on the phone with SETO. Yeah, we were scrambling around trying to get the boat fixed, but the guys were, in the video, you can see me, I'm sitting on the bow. If there was someone dying on the boat, why would everybody just be...
Sir, if the SETO lady asked you how many people were living on the boat, you couldn't tell. Whoever it was on the boat SETO call, they could acting like they didn't want to tell her how many people were living on the boat, why would she ask that question? That's kind of suspicious to me. I don't even know if this boat tow was a part of the setup. I don't know. It rings questions to me on that, because when you call 911, do they say how many people are living? No, they say how many people are, pow-powed, or how many people are injured or whatever maybe, but how many people are not living or dead? That's just like a weird question to me. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that's a weird, odd question for an operator to ask. I think that's very weird. So I don't know if this is a part of the setup. That's just kind of weird to me. But y'all, let's continue.
Is there waiting to either get towed in, or in the first place, like Jack said, why would Wyatt call SETO?
Why would Wyatt call SETO? I don't know why Wyatt would call SETO. Do y'all know why Wyatt would call SETO? Didn't they say that the boat was taking on water? So you evidently would have to call somebody for help, right? And y'all remember, hold on, let me turn the camera. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in the building. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Didn't Bart's lawyer say that Bart was never there? He was in Wyoming, or somebody said, don't quote me on this, but somebody said that Bart was in Wyoming, right? But then we had Bart's lawyer came up, and Bart's lawyer said, well, he only went out there to tow the boat to help them. Well, does Bart have any kind of experience? Is he a profession? Because if he's not a professional boat tower, could this have been an accident? Could Bart have messed up and did something to where, Nolan Wells' life ended? Or did they get into an altercation? Because I also think, in just my own humble opinion, not nobody else's, and y'all don't have to believe what I believe or think, maybe the same as me, and it's okay. But I do believe that there was an altercation. And one of my things is, did Bart kick, allegedly, my opinion, this is my thoughts, just me putting things together, did he kick Nolan in the back of his head? Because for somebody to say, damn it, Bart, out loud, that means that something happened. Something happened. Even when you spill a cup of soda, a cup of water or something on your carpet or on your floor, you're like, damn it, man. You know what I'm saying? So if he's out in the water during this boat call, this SETO call, saying, damn it, Bart, why is he saying, damn it, Bart, like that? And they're yelling, and then also, wake the F up, Nolan. Wake the F up, Nolan. Nolan's dead. Why did we hear that in the background? Y'all was trying to cover this up. Like I've been saying, like Queen said, Queen's mentioned this may have been an accident. Probably true indeed. It probably could have been an accident. But why are they trying to cover this accident up? The only reason why I feel like they possibly could be covering this accident up, you guys, is because Nolan, he passed away out there on the boat. First of all, they're nothing but a bunch of 18-year-olds, because he said everybody's under 21 on that SETO call. Everybody's under 21. They were high. They were drinking. Allegedly, they were higher than Cooter Brown and drunk than a skunk. And they were on the boat driving, and then Nolan lost his life. That's a lawsuit, a big, huge, massive lawsuit, just like Alex Murdaugh. Remember, he was trying to cover up a boating accident. Somebody passed away, and they had to pay the family like $500,000. And then they went also to the liquor store, because the liquor store is the one who provided the alcohol for the young Alex's son, That's the one that basically had the boating accident that caused a lady to lose her life. So of course the family went after Alex and their insurance, and then also after the liquor store. So could this have been an accident? I mean, it's possible, but y'all, let's continue listening.